What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is Friday, December 29th. It is our last show of the year, and we are ready to go into 2024 with everyone. But first off, as we start every show, Maggie, I know how you're doing, but tell everybody how you're doing.
I am doing great, Rob. How are you?
You are lying. I'm good.
I want to go to bed, Rob. In my own bed.
Yeah.
I want to go to my own bed.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm getting red. So why has it been crazy for you, Maggie? Why you want to go to bed?
Well, because I'm a bartender in Bulgaria, and people around the holidays here refuse to stay home with their families and just go drinking in bars because their entire families are in their house and they do not want to stay there. And before someone calls me like a stupid Western feminist, it's women too. Okay, women don't want to stay with their families also. Like, I'm not talking about men only. You all suck, by the way.
Yeah.
So just stay home with your family. Just fucking go away. I'm sorry for saying that in 1 minute in of our show.
As long as it's not within the first 7 seconds, we're okay.
Yeah, is that our record? Like,
no, it's YouTube's like algorithm.
Oh yeah, YouTube's algorithm. Okay, that is fine. So, it's because like around, and there's not only that, Rob, but like around the holidays, people who don't normally go out drinking go out drinking. Like, they just they do that only on special, holidays or whatever. And apparently, like, Christmas is one of those holidays. And of course, I get weirdos in the bar that are looking me straight in the eye, and they're asking me, "Excuse me, do you sell anything else besides beer?" While all the whiskey bottles and vodkas and brandies and cognacs and everything are behind me. Like, there's shelves of whiskey, like a huge amounts of whiskey are right behind me. And they're like, "Do you only have beer here?" And like, "No, Karen, you tell your stupid friend Susan that we don't only have fucking beer here. Excuse me, can you make me a Manhattan?" Like, and I'm like, I'm sorry, no. Like, we only provide these sorts of cocktails. They're like, we made them ourselves. Like, we made them up. Like, we gave them the names. So you can choose one of these. Also, you don't know how to make a Manhattan then. I know. Like, I've been bartending for a long time now. I know how to make a Manhattan, but we do not provide a Manhattan here in our bar. Let me just tell you how to make a Manhattan so you can make me one. I'm like, fucking what?
All right, well, let's move on.
Guys, hi. Please like the video. It goes a long way. Please donate a super chat or a humper chat to save my life.
Yeah.
It's at the bottom of the live chat. It's a little dollar sign. Thank you for supporting us throughout this year. It means a lot.
Yeah. So, Maggie, tomorrow night we have Worlds End AEW pay-per-view. That is the first Worlds End that they're doing. AEW has been doing more pay-per-views, as we know, this year. And tomorrow is the debut of a new one that's taking place in Nassau, at the Nassau Coliseum, the home of Mr. MJF. So we're going to do some predictions for the pay-per-view like we normally do before every pay-per-view. So beforehand, what match are you looking forward to the most this weekend?
Well, obviously, I'm most looking forward to the main event between. Well, it's a close. Like, there are two of the matches, like the final of the Continental Classic. But I'm looking forward to MJF and Samoa Joe just because I'm almost certain that we're about to know who the devil is, like unmasking is, and I just want that. I just I need that. Like
Sure.
this stupid thing on the Titantron and like pleasure doing business with you. Like it's not like I get it. It was fun for the first 2 seconds, but like let's do something different because like that's pissing me off right now.
Yeah. No, I get it.
The
So,
match is gonna be pretty good.
yeah, it's going to be good. Let's see here. Well, let's go ahead and get on the first match. One of the 0 hour matches for World's End is none other than Wheeler Yuta and Mr. Hook. Ooh, got a dog that wants to go out again. All right. So while I pop this up, got Hook taking on Wheeler Yuta. Hook's defending his FTW championship. Tell me who you think's going to win, and I'm going to keep this picture up for just a second as I let the dog out.
Yeah, of course. The Rob is gonna let the dogs out. That's stupid. So this match is gonna hum. I've been really enjoying how TK always puts on bangers on the pre-show just to make you actually buy the pay-per-view. So that's kind of awesome. Wheeler Yuta's kind of been the Wheeler Yuta and both Hook have been the kings of 0 hour pay-per-views matches. So that's pretty awesome. I don't think that there's any way Hook's losing the FTW championship, but the match is going to be pretty good. Did you let the dogs out?
Yep, Baja Men style.
Yeah,
Sorry, you set me up for that one.
I know.
Yeah, she's out. She'll bark at me when she's ready to come in. So, but I think Hook keeps his title. It wouldn't surprise me though if Wheeler Yuta wins and they unify the title somewhat. I could totally see them do that. But I have Hook winning. And I didn't get to hear who you said. I assume you said Hook, but okay. There you go. Let us know in chat who you guys have winning. We like to hear that too. So we move on. There's a 20-man battle royale. So they're going to get whoever wins gets a TNT title shot anytime, anywhere. So we don't know who's entered yet. I don't believe. I think we'll probably find out tonight on Rampage. We'll probably get at least some people announced. As far as how they said anytime, anywhere, kind of makes me wonder.
I know, right?
If that person's gonna money in the bank it that night. So the one thing that I really hope, somebody that I really hope's in it is Hangman Page. And the reason I say that is this would be the first AEW pay-per-view that does not feature anyone from the Elite.
Yeah.
We're talking Hangman, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks. So if Hangman's not in it, that means nobody from the Elite has. That's the first pay-per-view that they've missed, and I don't want that to be a streak by any means. So I really hope Hangman's there. Even if he gets in like Santino did that one time against Kane, got in the Royal Rumble, and he goes right over. I just want him to be part of the pay-per-view. Now I know you could get technical and say, well, technically he's not part of the pay-per-view. Hey, you'd be a perfect person to add to this TNT title.
No. I just read Corey's comment that Lucifer is the devil, and I.
Oh, so let's see here. Well, indeed, Mike says he's a hooker. It's widely known that I'm a hooker. Yeah, we're all hookers.
Yeah.
Some of us even hang out on the street and hook. Yeah, warhose and anyways. See, like I like this idea. Matt Redkeel, a good friend of the show, says Hangman wins and cashes in on Christian. I would like that because
I actually have a different idea.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I just hope Jay White wins this and cashes in on the match as it happens and out edges Edge.
Oh,
Yeah, because
That
like
would be
Edge is
good too.
Edge is Mr. Money in the Bank.
It sets up.
So it sets up Jay White and that. And please give me Jay White and Adam Copeland, like,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
I'll prefer that. Of course, I will never like not love Hangman. It is the
Yeah.
year
Jay White
that,
has a match on the show though.
I don't care.
Okay. so, but all right. Well, we've heard your theory. The one thing
I'm
that
not expected to be at 100% during the week that I'm having.
okay.
What
Well,
match
that's
is Jay White having?
oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to it. So yeah, that's interesting. My other question in regarding to this battle royale with cheese. Do you think any of the recent WWE cuts? Do you think there might be at least one of them in this match?
Sure, Shelton Benjamin.
Ooh, I like that. I like that idea. Shelton.
I mean, I'm like Shelton Benjamin is one of the people I am most rooting for to be in AEW. We've talked about this on our show fairly recently, like last week. We both want Shelton Benjamin in Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah. For sure. I think we'll see that, and I like your idea of him being in the battle royale. I could see Ali being part of it too, even if it's just.
I mean, the fact that he's having the international, thing that he's doing. If he does that with I actually no. Do you know what? I'm sorry, my brain is all over the place this week. So what I'm thinking about Ali is that I feel like this will be the first time that the like international title, like OC, like what he's been doing. Yeah, okay, enough of the challenges. I'll face you. And like he butts in a conversation backstage between Renee and the random wrestler. So he gets out to the ring and he's like, whoever's in the back, come on, let's let's have a match. And then Mustafa Ali comes out. And if he wins that title and does this thing that he's doing everywhere in that, that world tour that he's doing, if he does that with the international championship, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, I like that idea too, but I wonder if I don't think. Well, Tony Khan obviously probably doesn't mind them going to doing so many independents. So I like your idea a lot. So
why would he? Like it's not. No, like look at Puck. What Puck did when he had that time.
Absolutely. So
this is my daily reminder that I miss Puck. By the way.
Yeah. So who do you have winning the battle royale?
Well,
knowing that Jay White will likely not be in it.
Okay, if Jay White's not in it, what about Nick Wayne?
Okay, I could see him being in it.
Like, why not Nick Wayne? And like we can have, or do you think that it can be Jack Perry?
I don't know.
No, right?
I think they'd save him for being one of the henchmen. I'm not saying
he's. You really think that he's a part of that?
I think he will be. Yeah, I do. I think he'll be part of it. I'm
not
saying he's going to be the devil. They can't.
No. Not the devil, but like the thing is that Jack Perry left in such a big controversial take, and him being one of the henchmen, like one of the side guys of the bigger guy, isn't like it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe they can fill the room, like, but I'm not certain. The Battle Royal. Oh, okay. Well, it's the TNT Championship, and I don't see Hangman going after the TNT Championship after being AEW champion.
Well, the thing is I was thinking it from the standpoint of it's a way to set up a storyline between like Edge and Adam Page.
Of course it is.
I would really enjoy that Because the thing is I really want this Adam Copeland. I'm going to do that forever. It's kind of like Daniel Bryan. Adam Copeland, he has a history that we've known since he's came back into wrestling. These storylines go on for a long time with him. So I kind of want him to move on rather sooner than later. So
you're right. You're right.
But we will move on to our next match. So we're starting off with the pay-per-view. We don't know the match order, so let's just go ahead and start with a banger. Andrade taking on Bulgaria Brute.
Bulgarian Brute.
Bulgarian Brute. Same thing. Brute Bulgarian. Bulgarian Brute. You know. He's a badass. Either way. That's what I'm saying.
He'll obviously win here. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
But the thing is that I'm kind of hoping. First of all, I hope TJ Perry is doing okay after the operation, and second of all, hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, this leads to a furthering of the storyline between Miro and CJ Perry herself. I know that it's probably left for later, like considering everything that CJ Perry has been through lately. But this match is gonna be so great, and I do hope that they open up the show with it, because I would love nothing more than the first major thing in front of that audience to be Miro. I know I'm kind of biased, but I don't.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't really care.
I'm going with I think storyline wise, you know me, I'm going to pick Miro every time, but storyline wise, I think Andrade gets the victory.
I understand.
Yeah.
So. That always also makes sense, but Andrade was so good in the C2.
Yeah. He was. Damn. He was really good.
I didn't want anyone to lose that.
I know that's the thing. Like AEW doesn't do like no DQs usually. This would be a time I'm actually okay with it.
Yeah, but like DQs, like I understand, but
that's because I'm just a mark for both those guys. That's all.
DQs or time limit would be good. Although they did just fairly recently do a time limit in the C2 itself. Yeah, I know, but like the thing is, when that whole tournament started, and people were upset that Miro wasn't a part of that tournament.
Yeah,
I said that I understood where they were coming from, but I also said that if Miro was a part of that tournament, I would have wanted Miro to win. But the thing is, now that I've seen how the tournament has progressed and the way it ended, is about to end, everyone that competed in that tournament is absolutely over with me right now. And I really thought that this tournament could have used Miro. It absolutely could have used Kenny Omega. Absolutely could have used him. But knowing that he was so incredibly hurt, I know that things would have not happened the way they would have wanted to. So I kind of understand. Donate your super chats, guys.
Yeah, donate a super chat. That helps us out a lot. We will go to our next match here. Abaddon challenging Julia Hart for the TBS Championship.
Well, Julia will obviously win here. I'm glad that Abaddon is getting this opportunity here, but I do see Abaddon joining House of Hart, because like she was made for that. Or they were made for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, I thought you were still. uh, oh, Abaddon's not gonna win this. Julia Hart gets the victory here. It's
You okay? So behind the scenes, you really don't see the link that I posted?
yeah, I don't see it.
Seriously?
Yeah, can you send it to me on Twitter?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So that was our Cooper effect meeting for everybody that wanted to know what was going on. So on-air production meeting, as we call it in the business.
I still don't believe you don't
I
see the link.
promise you, I'm looking. It's not there. All right. So let's go on to our next one. Imagine I'm actually really anxious to see. I think a lot of people are. Christian Cage defending his TNT championship against Mr. Adam Copeland.
That is gonna be a really I'm sending you a picture a picture of of my screen, by the way, in Twitter, just so you
Okay,
know,
that's fine.
because
Thank you.
I am not the crazy one. Yeah, so I'm excited for this match myself because the first match that they had like a month ago, um, it was an incredible way to end Dynamite. It was so good. I hope that we don't get the finish of the first match shenanigans that we got, because uh Shayna is really not for me on screen. Uh you boo a mother? Like what is this? I boo my own mother every day. Like what are you?
Uh,
So it's that's fine. Ah, I still think Christian Cage still wins this match. But like it's a no DQ match, right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's stupid for me. Cuz like you you're having a match with someone that has zero problem with bending the rules and making sure that he cheats to win, and you give him permission to do that. So that's kind of stupid for me.
Mm.
I do see it sort of like beat them at their own game kind of stuff. And I do get that, but I still kind of think it's Christian. Um, because if they didn't do that in Canada, crown uh Adam Copeland as a TNT champion, why would they do that in New Jersey? They're in New Jersey, right?
Yeah. Or yeah, New Jersey, or
I mean,
no,
Kate's going, so it
they're in
has to
New
be New
Jersey, New
Jersey.
York, one of the two. I can't remember
Well,
where.
it's different, Rob.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, either way, it's considered. I think they're in New York because
Is
MJF,
it Long
Union
Island?
Del,
No,
yeah,
it's not
I
Long.
Long Island, yes. Union
Yes,
Del
thank you.
Arena, I think, or state. I don't know. I'm not
You're from the
professional.
States, Rob. Like, what the hell?
I just know they're a Union. I just don't remember where the Nassau Coliseum is. That's my problem.
Okay, I understand. I
That's it.
understand.
So
That is
our good
okay.
friend Soupy says it's in No, what did he say? He just said it. Now I lost it. Long Island, New York. So there we go.
Long Island. Okay, that is fine.
Matt Rakiel
Uh,
wants to know if you think we see a bunch of run-ins. Could we see Beth Copeland getting involved? I don't know where she is.
no, isn't
I think
she?
she's.
Doesn't she have a contract with?
I think she does still. I think yeah, and I know like people say, well, she did the voice for like Edge's thing. I'm willing to bet that either WWE didn't care or she didn't tell WWE, and they're not going to do anything. Like, anyways, it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I think she's still under WWE contract. I could be wrong. We got our first super chat from our good friend Doc Chris Mueller. He says,
Hi.
"Hi."
I'm so glad that you're here. I finally, Doc, I finally understand what you're going through. I also don't sleep at all. This, like, how are you not cranky 24/7?
You're
I
talking to
I
him. Okay, gotcha.
yeah, I'm talking about I'm talking to Chris
Okay.
because, you know.
Uh, Man with beard, I love that, says, could we see a Jack Perry return during the Cope Christian match? That
Um
could be too. That would be
yeah,
interesting.
this could also be the thing, but are you saying that again, if Jack Perry returns, you're insinuating that he will join Christian Cage, right? And
I don't
I
know. Like
I don't know. Like the thing is that they need to fill the room when it comes to what the crowd reaction is to Jack Perry. That
yeah,
is why I kind of feel like he needs to return, and I kind of want him to be with Anna Jay. Because like she instantly disappeared. She had a thing with Soraya, like she was a part of that faction, you know, with Ruby Soho. Like they abandoned it for like after just one rampage or whatever.
yeah,
So I like them as a duo will be amazing. They just need to see if the crowd likes Jack Perry or hates Jack Perry or it's kind of in the middle. Like I don't know.
hmm,
Pushing Jack Perry into the storyline with Christian Cage. I know what you guys are proposing this. It's right there and I see it. And it's kind of logical and I understand that.
yeah,
I just don't know if it's a good idea just yet because I have no idea what the fans will react to Jack Perry.
sure. So, um, I have, hmm, I think whoever wins that battle royale is gonna do. I think they're gonna money in the bank it. I really do. So that's my theory. But I have Adam Copeland winning it, and then I think whoever wins that battle royale will challenge Edge like right away. That's just my opinion. Or
Okay.
Christian Cage, but
Hmm.
I think Adam Copeland will get the win.
Oh, you think okay. But see, I don't know. I feel like that is such a hard match to predict
It is now
because
because of that.
I know, but like, what will Christian Cage's character be as awesome as it is right now without that title?
No,
Because I don't want that to end. This is why I'm selfishly choosing Christian Cage.
yeah, I prefer like in my. I don't see like when I do these predictions, I don't do what I prefer often. I mean, not always. I mean, sometimes I do, but this is a case where I completely agree with you. I would be completely okay with Christian Cage keeping this title, but I think just based, and you know me, I always overdo it, like with my thinking, and I think just the way they had that on that battle royale anytime just makes me wonder, like that's kind of weird to. I don't know, it's one of those things. I just have a feeling. So
And I absolutely understand where you're coming from, but I will still say Christian Cage. Yeah.
okay, sounds good. We have a 8-man tag match
Yeah.
that was announced on Wednesday during Dynamite, and then it changed on Thursday with only one person being swapped out. But the match is an 8-man tag with Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, with Sting and Darby Allin taking on Ricky Starks, Big Bill, Powerhouse
Yeah.
Hobbs, and Takeshita. This match looks pretty good to me, I'll be honest with you. And we know one thing, Sting has not lost, and he's not going to lose again.
Yeah, okay. So the good news is that Chris Jericho is not winning those tag team championships.
Yeah.
That is the good news. I don't need this match.
I know you don't,
Okay,
but
I know, but like the Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho versus Starks and Big Bill.
yeah.
This actually made sense because they told the story for like they give it time to breathe and to develop, you know. and everything. Yes, absolutely. So the thing is that because apparently they wanted Chris Jericho on the show regardless, you know,
Yeah.
and they smushed everything together and gave us that, which is like there's a saying that we have here in Bulgaria. It's grape stew. You know, it's the grapes don't need to be there. You just need stew. Like we don't need the grapes. You like no grape stew. My sister will eventually watch this and tell me that this isn't the way that I'm supposed to say this. I don't care. Okay, I haven't slept in 20 years. I don't care. So, in Bulgarian is manjas grozde. Okay, like that's. I'm sure you understood everything.
Yeah, it means
Yeah, that's grapes too.
yeah.
Absolutely. So, um, that's why I don't need this match. I do appreciate the Mel Coleman art that we got in this segment because I will always adore Mel, and I will always appreciate the art that she does. She's such a gifted artist. I will never stop saying this.
Kit, I ask
Uh,
you a question real quick on about Mel Coleman.
yeah.
Would you ever buy any of the bootleg art that Tom Campbell sells of hers? Too soon. Huh. I love that bit.
It is so good, but
Yeah.
no, it's an amazing bit.
Yeah.
Um, so I adored the Kyle Fletcher one. It was so good, like beating up the kangaroos and everything. It was so good. We love you, Mel. By the way, sweetie.
Show some
So
love.
so my enjoyment of this segment ends with Mel's art. That is it. Because when Sting and Darby got involved, and I was like, "Are we getting a three-way?
Yeah.
Are we getting a three-way? Who will be Chris Jericho's partner? Are we getting a three-way?" I was almost certain at one point that it would have been a three-way because Sammy Guevara is back now. I feel like he's Big Show's best friend because I lost count of the face turns and heel turns and whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's right there with him. Like he's gonna
He's
catch
right
up.
there.
With
Like
Natalia's up there too.
yeah, Natalia's up there too, which is like stop.
Yeah.
Like consistency is kind of the key. I've been told. So I don't know, like what is this weird relationship between Sammy and Jericho? It's almost as if the Jericho is the neglectful father, and Sammy Guevara is the kid who kind of wants to make it on his own but wants to prove himself. Like a lot of daddy issues there, and I like stop. Like
Sorry.
it's not. I don't want that on my television anymore. Like I have them myself. I don't want that. Like I don't want to see that.
So you're
It's
saying the only thing missing from this match is Jeff Jarrett?
yeah, sure, of
Mhm.
course. A proper like this. If this will never be the opening match, of course. But if this was the opening match, because I will be getting up for my morning coffee on New Year's Eve day, you know.
Mhm.
Right before my shift, I will be drinking my coffee, and throughout, if this match, like when this match is going on, I will either be taking a dump or
Jesus Christ.
doing laundry.
Okay. I just was not picturing like you talking about
You
that.
don't need to.
No, I'm not picturing like I'm talking about on the show. I wasn't picturing never mind. You know what? It's my first day. Just in
Let's
life
move
in
on.
general. Yeah, we got super chats to read. For the love of God, let's get to those. Subi says, do you see the start of a possible Jericho Sammy versus Sting Darby feud for Revolution? I do.
I do, and that's why I really want to cry because Jericho will always be the person who will butt his stupid face. And I was like, how will Jericho be a part of Sting's retirement tour? How will this happen? Because this will happen, and there you go. Like it
Yep.
happened. Yeah, I can absolutely see that because I feel like Sammy and Darby, like Shawn always talks about, Peter Griffin and the chicken.
Yeah.
Uh in AEW, I see that as Darby and Sammy. Just, they're one of the pillars themselves, and just go out there and kill each other. That's all I'm saying. Like I don't give a crap about neither of them. So they're amazing wrestlers, by the way. I've never found myself invested in anything that there were, in, apart from Darby versus CM Punk at All Out.
Yeah. Well, we have another super chat from Mr. Chris Mueller. He says, Sammy and Jericho equals abusive relationship tropes. Also, this is the, according to YouTube, this is the 20th super chat that Doc has sent us. And I swear to God, he sent us way more than that. So, I want to say thank you for that.
Anniversary. Thank you for that.
Yeah. So, thank
That
you.
is such a perfect number to end the year with.
69. That's my perfect number, Dennis. If
Shout out to Kate, by the way.
Yeah, she would say nice. Anyway,
Nice.
that makes sense. Abusive father, son, or
Yeah,
yeah.
that is absolutely correct because like Sammy wants to prove himself to Jericho, but we all know that he doesn't have to because he's better than him. Whilst Jericho, all that he's doing is clinging on to Sammy just in order for him to stay relevant. That is, the most out there thing. Jesus.
Yeah. Got another one from D-Lo Diggs. Hi, love you. Okay, bye. But staying in chat. Love you too, buddy. Hope you have a happy new year. Hope everyone has a happy new year.
Everyone have a happy new year. All you people who will not be working.
All you people. All right, Timeless Tony Storm taking on Rio. Tony is defending that title.
I'm so looking forward to this match. Tony's not losing her title.
No. Let's get rid of that chat. Where'd it go? Yeah, Tony Storm wins. And that's all I can say about that. I'm looking forward to the match.
Do you think Mariah gets involved in this match?
She helps, in my opinion. What I think happens, I think Tony wins because Mariah May helps, but then I think Mariah May will turn on Tony after the match.
So soon?
Yep, I think so. Because of that's just my opinion. I'm often wrong. So like I said, don't go with what I say. Do the opposite.
Do you think that because like she hasn't even gotten her first match in AEW yet, and she's gonna do that at the very first Dynamite of the year?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think she faces?
I think
I can see her facing Riho. After she costs Riho, I can see
that's
that.
a good point. That's a good point. Maybe she doesn't turn. I just have a feeling that she will. That's just me.
I feel like it's kind of soon. I want that relationship between her and Tony to keep on, because like Tony Storm hasn't actually noticed Mariah at all.
Ooh, Matt Rakiel says Tony wins, but is confronted by Jamie Hayter.
I would love nothing more than that, but I don't think Jamie Hayter is gonna be there. I will happily flip out if I'm wrong.
Ryan Sullivan couldn't make it, so Corey's stepping in.
Yeah, so Corey stepped in. Thank you, Corey. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, Tony Storm. We both have Tony Storm winning.
Yeah.
we move on to this match. This is probably the match you did not know about happening.
Yes, when did this match get announced?
It got announced, I think, last night during Ring of Honor, or right before. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, so that's why I have no idea because
Yeah.
yeah.
So we have Claudio Castagnoli, Brian Danielson, Mark Briscoe, and Daniel Garcia taking on Brody King, Jay White, Jay Lethal, and Roosh.
Okay, that is a really hard match to predict. Uh but I will pick Claudio, Brian, Daniel, and Mark to win. I'm just gonna go out and say it. The dynamic between those four will be a thing of beauty to watch.
Yeah. So, like everybody in that match,
Yeah.
well, I'm not a big Jay Lethal guy, but he's a hell of a wrestler. So, but everybody in that match is just like really
Those
good.
are 8 totally different wrestlers. Like none of them have anything in common, and I'm just so happy to see that 8-man tag team match.
It feels like an old school Survivor Series match in a way.
Yeah, it does. Thank you. Thank you. I was wondering what that looked like. It does.
So, but who do you got winning this?
I just said so.
Oh,
Like Claudio, Brian.
oh, okay. Sorry,
Mark,
I'm sorry. I have the other team winning: Jay White, Brody King.
Okay.
Roosh team.
Okay.
I think Daniel Garcia takes the L again.
I
that way
actually think that Daniel Garcia pins
Ooh, I do like that. That'd be good
Brody.
too.
I actually
That'd-
think that. Because like the way Eddie Kingston beat Brian Danielson this week, it was such an amazing match, by the way. Um I feel like this will, this is a kind of way to show you again, if you by any accident you forgot just how awesome Brian Danielson is.
Yeah. Stoopy says all Continental Classic wrestlers are on this pay-per-view. Deserved rub. Absolutely.
Now that is the kind of statistic I really needed.
Doc says we all deserve a rub, Soupy. I mean, never mind. Yeah. No.
I don't even care right now. I just want to, sleep and maybe get a rub next year.
Welcome to your rub podcast.
Yeah, Rob.
Here we go. This one. Continental
Yeah.
Classic final. Yeah. John Moxley, Eddie Kingston. Let's go.
This is so weird, Rob. So because at the very start of the C2, I was like, okay, so clearly Swerve Strickland's gonna win, right? Because Jesus. And now everything has changed. And I thought that maybe Moxley and Brian, never in a million years, ever since, the C2 started and Eddie Kingston put both his titles on the line, his New Japan title and his Ring of Honor title.
Mhm.
And I was like, why are you doing this? You're clearly gonna lose. And I feel so embarrassed right now because he's in the final. I'm so proud of Eddie right now, and I'm forever rooting for him. And I kind of feel like he wins both these championships
Okay.
because you said so yourself. Moxley's a part of that 3-way at the WrestleKingdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't think he needs that New Japan strong. It's the New Japan strong. It's the. Feel free to correct me
Oh,
anytime. By the way,
yeah. Oh God, the new Japan
it's the New Japan strong weight.
open weight championship. I think, right?
Thank you. Open, yeah. So I don't think Moxley needs that. And unless Moxley's planning to be a part of Ring of Honor, I don't need him holding that championship when he's not on the show. Uh, I don't know if has been a part of the show myself because like I've been pretty vocal about not watching Ring of Honor a part of, pay-per-views.
Mhm.
Uh Whenever that show starts getting relevant and championships apart from Athena's championship are on that show, please someone tell me just so I can start watching. Otherwise, there is zero use of that. Uh, so I have Eddie winning here. Uh,
Well played.
I
Rogue
mean, it's
Woken.
right there.
Yeah,
um, you should get a T-shirt then.
I
Yeah, Shawn said that we have new merch coming to Fightful in the
yeah,
next
we
year. Probably that's one of
yeah, I yeah, we
them.
do need to have somebody design a shirt for us.
Yeah, we do. Uh,
Wink, wink. Anybody
so
out there that wants to do it?
yeah, that was us asking for someone to do it because we can't do it ourselves. Because you need to sleep before that, right? Like that's
Yeah,
yeah.
that popped me at least.
Yeah. So Eddie, it's gonna be such a wonderful story within the story of the story. Um, there's not a bigger underdog than Eddie Kingston right now. And every time he's on the mic, I feel like I'm about to cry. And that's what I wanna and that's what I want. That's all I need. Every
Mhm.
time he gets me so hyped up, every time he gets me so emotional. And I see the thing is that a huge percentage of the audience see themselves in everything that Eddie is saying.
Yeah,
That's why he's so lovable. And all the and it's exactly like Moxley said it. Like Eddie Kingston hates everyone so much, yet the entire audience is rooting for him all the time. There's no way Eddie isn't witnessing that. I'm so glad that we're about to have this match. It's gonna be um in one of probably one of the most emotional matches on the card. Uh, in terms of emotional investment, this is the match I'm looking forward to.
yeah.
um a part of storyline and everything that I said at the beginning of our predictions. Who do you think wins?
Eddie Kingston. Yep, Eddie Kingston gets the win. He gets to celebrate at home, basically.
Yeah,
And like you
it's
said
his
earlier,
backyard.
John Moxley doesn't necessarily need the win. John Moxley's over. He's okay. Like he can lose a match and he's still okay. You know what I mean?
Let the guy go on vacation.
Yeah. We'll do this one quick. Swerve Strickland taking on Keith Lee. Swerve
I
Strickland
feel
gets
like
the victory.
Swerve Strickland cannot afford to lose anytime soon.
Yep. Yeah, I mean this is the easy one.
Anytime soon. This is the easy one, and it's been a long time coming when it comes to this match because I thought that they were gonna do this a year ago. But here's the thing: a year ago, it would have been a lot different because, like, Trench and t- what's his face were gonna get involved.
Parker Boudreaux.
Parker, yes, thank you. I'm sorry for forgetting. They probably would have gotten involved, and I don't want that in this match because it's a match between two former partners. Um, there's a lot of story in itself, and the story even originates in AEW because it's been a year.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, so Swerve probably.
I got Swerve. Yeah, there's no way. Do you think Shane Taylor Promotions gets involved?
I do think Shane Taylor Promotions gets involved. Yes, I do.
All right.
I do actually want to see Keith Lee and Shane Taylor actually team up.
That'd be pretty cool.
I do.
Well, Maggie, it's time to go to our main event. We are having Mr. MJF defending his title against Samoa Joe.
Okay, I saw that MJF had a statement about something, but I couldn't read the statement before the show.
He did an article on the Players Tribune. He wrote his own like article. Really
Mhm.
good. Check it out when you're awake and not dying from
So next
no
year.
sleep. Yeah, next year. But it was a great read. Absolutely a great read. So anybody that I recommend checking it out. Fightful.com has it if you want to go there to see the link. We have it. We have it where you can read it. Or it'll send you to the Players Tribune. Great article. Really good. But Keith Tony Khan said in the conference call yesterday that he thinks he was basically hinting that we might see the end of the storyline.
Yeah, I
Devil.
saw that. I saw that. I hope Tony's correct.
Yeah.
And this actually happens at World's End tomorrow night. Uh, I do think that Samoa Joe wins the championship
Mm-hmm.
because MJF is incredibly hurt, legitimately.
Yeah.
And I do feel like he deserves all the rest that he can get because thank you, sweetie. I do feel like he deserves a break. He deserves to take it easy for a while. Uh, he's been pretty banged up physically and emotionally. Like the guy's been through some emotional stuff during this last year, so probably give this guy a break.
And you know what? He's not, if he does lose the belt, he's not really losing because he gets to go home to Alicia Toot. So,
Okay, I
I'm
wasn't
just
talking
saying.
about that, but like
Oh, I'm
that's
just saying
like
that just came to my head like right now. I'm like, he's not losing. I mean, he's gonna lose, but
it's
Samoa
a
Joe wins.
win-win situation.
Yeah, exactly.
In your mind, I get it. So
Kiki.
I just because I really wanted a competitive match between the two, and we're sure as hell not getting that because it's probably going to be a 5-minute match, and Samoa Joe is going to muscle bust the crap out of him and just pin him. And after that, the devil and the henchman go. It's textbook, okay? Then they're gonna come out and then beat up MJF. Samoa Joe's gonna go backstage, with the title and everything, and then the devil with one of his foot on top of MJF is gonna unmask himself. It's gonna be Adam Cole probably. And then all the other people get unmasked and everything. Clearly, one of them will not be Shawn Spears as he is no longer part of AEW, which is making me so incredibly sad. Because I was almost sure that he was a part of, the henchmen. I never thought that he was going to be the devil. I was sure that he was going to be a part of, the posse. But he's not. That makes me sad. So it's if they end up doing it a different way, I'll will not be mad as long as we get at least the devil unmasked. At least the devil. If they're not gonna unmask everyone else, if they unmask the devil, I will not mind. But
Will
it is time.
Will Wardlow be one of those henchmen?
Well, it looks like he will. Like, I'm not saying that I need for Wardlow to be one of the henchmen. Um, I'm not saying that, but
Okay.
he was he was clearly one of them.
Yeah.
In terms of physique and body.
Yep.
So,
So I have Samoa Joe winning as well. And I think the devil, I think, is Mr. Adam Cole as well. So there we go. Those are our predictions for the AEW Worlds End pay-per-view taking place tomorrow night. And we will now, before we move on to the Cooper effect, Maggie, I did tell you that I wanted to do 2 quick predictions because I know you don't watch New Japan much, but there's 2 big matches that
I do watch WrestleKingdom though because
yeah.
it is on at a wonderful time for me. Screw you, Americans! It's so great.
we got two matches that we're going to talk about. You have Will Ospreay taking on Jon Moxley and David Finlay, and then the other match is Bryan Danielson and Okada. And I will be hosting the post show and review with Scott E, who does a lot of our international wrestling, Japan wrestling, Stardom, stuff like that reporting, and SP3 will be joining me for the post show.
That is so awesome.
I got two great New Japan minds.
People.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. But real quick, let's get these two matches. Who you got winning the triple threat match?
I actually think it's Finlay because he's actually the one guy who's there. I just hope that he gets that win. Like Will Ospreay is getting like he already got a contract with AEW. I kind of know that you may probably like want to leave the door a bit open, for Will Ospreay, but I kind of hope that it's time for Finlay to get his flowers. And in terms of Okada and Danielson, I kind of want to see Okada win.
Maggie, will you be around to do a watch along?
I will be absolutely okay with a watch along.
Alrighty, because my ass will be up. Sounds like Chris will be up. Yeah. So I think David Finlay wins because you make a great point there. So,
like, give actually the guy who's there carrying, the show, give him a win.
Like, and then as far as Okada and Danielson, who you got?
I said Okada.
Okay, I didn't. Like, I'm doing like four things like right now, so I apologize.
I know, I understand that. There is no time that I understand better.
Okay, I got Okada as well. He's gonna get his victory back.
Yeah, hopefully. I just want to see a third match. And I'm excited for this match because the first one, I don't know if it was either overhyped or or did my expectations were, a bit high or whatever. But like, I feel like it didn't live up to what it was supposed to be. So I'm looking forward to the second one.
All right. It's Cooper effect time.
Sacrifice! 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 Sacrifice!
I'm too old for this shit, bro. Please, let's move along.
No.
Sacrifice! 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 Sacrifice!
Okay, so there you go. Sorry, I won't do it again.
Okay, so Rob's pissing me off while I'm on zero sleep, so I'm just gonna move along here. A wonderful nurse in England in an animal shelter decided to adopt a dog that was, they got the dog to the animal hospital. So they got the dog to the animal hospital because there were clearly signs of cruelty, like they were beating the dog up. And I'm gonna beat you up if you ever beat the dog up. So you better watch your face.
Yeah, you get your ass kicked. That's like the biggest thing. People who abuse animals get no,
like, sociopath, zero compassion for me. Okay,
yep.
Because like harming creatures that cannot defend themselves, that is borderline, certifiable. Yeah. So she decided to adopt the doggy, and the doggy has been having a wonderful Christmas. You saw the doggy there, and it's such a wonderful story because I always say this on our show: we love dogs. Even if I'm pissed off at Rob right now, I'm sure that
you're not pissed off.
I can be pissed off. I feel nothing right now.
I've heard that before. No, then up.
Oh my God! You know what I said to an annoying regular the other night? Like, he's one of the most regulars in our bar. Like he's an alcoholic. All right. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, zero respect for that guy because he's an asshole. Okay. Like, that's even without alcohol, the dude's the jerk. So he's like. Like, at the end of the night, it's probably 6:30 a.m. and everything, and I'm washing shot glasses, and he's like, bye Maggie, have a good night, and he's giving me a high five, and I'm like, I'm doing this because like my hands are all wet, and I'm like, I'm sorry, like I can, my like my hands are wet. I can't touch you. And he was like, ah, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you've probably never heard that before.
Wow. Well played. Today's show is actually going to be a short one because I want Maggie to get some sleep. So, before we go into our goodbyes, we're going to talk real quick about Shawn Spears leaving AEW. Announced yesterday that he'll be
No, you
leaving.
know what? We can talk a little bit about, because like we had people that we promised a lot of things about 2023, looking back to 2023 on last week's show when we talked
Yep.
about. We can talk about that if you want.
Well, I was going to just push that back to next week. That way, because
Well,
you didn't
because
really
next
go
week
through.
I didn't go to what?
You didn't see like how many questions I had.
I did see
Okay.
how many
So I
questions
just
you had.
figured that would be
No, I did see that.
okay. Another
I
on-air
just
production meeting
figured,
there.
I know, like it's one of those weeks. We can talk about that. I understand that it's gonna be a pretty long show, but like next week we get to talk about World's End. We get to talk about Day One. We get to talk about the WrestleKingdom. Like we have a lot of things to talk about next week.
Okay, well, that's okie dokie, yo. But anyway, Shawn Spears announced that he was going to be leaving AEW. He said, "What a wonderful time it has been. Thank you, AEW, for allowing me to be there from the ground level. It's been a fantastic 5 years of growth and personal development. This is a personal choice and one that is best for me and my family at this time. Thank you to all staff," and just pretty much said thank you. Maggie, I know you wanted Shawn Spears to be one of
Be
the
one of the
henchmen.
henchmen. Mhm.
And the thing is like you said, it's what's best for his family, so more power to him.
Absolutely.
So good for him. If he's happy, I'm happy. That's the biggest thing. So WWE Day 1 taking place on Monday, January 1st in San Diego, California. And I'm not going to do my San Diego joke, so I'm just going to move on. We have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Seth Rollins defending his title against Drew McIntyre. We have the WWE Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley defending her title against Miss Ivy Nile. We have the number one contenders match for the World Tag Team Championship. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark taking on Natalya and Tegan Nox. And we have the slapper known as Becky Lynch taking on Nia Jax.
The slapper known as Becky Lynch.
Yeah, she's gonna slap. She's gonna beat ass. She's gonna kick ass. But
it's gonna be a really fun show. I'm looking forward to it.
So it is gonna be a good show. But are you sure you want to do these?
I'm never sure. I'm never sure.
All right. So I'll ask you. We'll go through this quick, because otherwise it'll be a forever show with how many questions I have on here.
I know.
Who is your best wrestler overall, male wrestler this year, 2023?
Overall, I'm gonna have to say Will Ospreay.
And guys in the chat, let us know too who you got.
Yes, please let us know too, because that's a tough question to watch to ask in 2023. I'm sure that it's because it's been really hard for me to say who has been my favorite wrestler to watch.
Yeah.
Because I've enjoyed wrestling immensely in 2023, and that's a really tough question. Who's yours?
Will Ospreay.
Yeah,
yep.
Sure.
Yeah. Best female wrestler overall. I have Becky Lynch. I think she had a hell of a 2023.
That's my answer also, because everything that she did in NXT this year, I adore that. I appreciate this immensely. And I was considering saying Jade, because yes, thank you for keeping the Dolph Lundgren bit alive, Soupy. Like I appreciate that. I really wanted to say Jade, because the buzz that she got. And Athena, please, oh my God, Athena.
Athena came in
Uh,
second place for me.
Yes, Athena is right up there because like she's probably the reason people are tuning into Ring of Honor.
Mhm.
Everything that she's been doing, Jesus Christ. Yes, if I would have said Athena, but like I'm now watching Ring of Honor because like, and I really should because she's worth watching because you know.
Best match overall this year.
It's gotta be Kenny and Will Ospreay, the first at WrestleKingdom.
Oh, okay. I actually
Yeah.
have that match.
The
but I have
second
it at,
one
I have it at Forbidden Door too.
at Forbidden Door, yeah.
The
Well,
Deuce.
I suppose that I'm pretty biased on the first one because it was actually the first time that I was seeing that, you know.
Oh, okay.
And I already had expectations for the second one, and because like that was one of the first wrestling matches I've seen in 2023, and it was the best one. Like, come on.
Yep. No, I agree.
Mhm.
So your best AEW match this year.
That's an impossible question to answer.
I know.
Can I say Bryan Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr.?
Okay.
Probably because it was such a Jesus
Yeah. Well,
wetness.
okay. Yeah. I mean, mine obviously you go back to Forbidden Door too. So,
Which one?
the Ospreay and Kenny Omega match.
Yeah. Okay.
So, next one is best WWE match. I had Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and Gunther at WrestleMania 39 being my favorite match in WWE last year or this year.
It was such an awesome match. This was a seriously really great match. I'm gonna say Carmelo and
Oh no! I do have an NXT, like your favorite NXT match, so you don't have to.
but it can't be a part of an NXT match.
Well, no, I'm just saying I do have an NXT match. Like,
Yeah,
question.
okay. Okay. So if it has to be a WWE main roster match, Jesus. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos at WrestleMania.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was up there. My top 3 matches for WWE were all on WrestleMania matches. I had
WrestleMania was pretty good.
I had Charlotte and Rhea as my number 2, and then third was Sammy and KO versus
Yeah.
the Usos. So, favorite match in either Impact, New Japan, or the Indies.
Will Ospreay and and Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yep, that's exactly what I had. It's crazy
That
how
is it.
it's crazy how ours are so similar. And I bet I know what the NXT match is because it's the same one I was going to probably say.
It's Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah, exactly.
That is, I'm sorry, but like NXT has been slapping.
Great American Bash, just a fantastic match.
Fantastic.
And I think I already know this answer too, but I'm going to ask it anyways. The best, holy shit, what did I just watch match? Mine is obviously going to be Hangman and Swerve.
Like, what else is there?
Well, for me, nothing. This was basically my way of giving this match an award.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I didn't say that it was my favorite match in AEW because it needs a different category. That's all I'm that's all I'm gonna say. I actually saw the the things that you've written down.
Okay.
And I saved Sammy versus a thing for Sammy. Where are the questions?
No, I'm just showing the people that are.
No,
like,
no. The questions in the script, like I can't see them anymore. Did you
Oh,
erase them?
if I did, it was by accident. So hold on.
That is fine. I don't like.
Okay.
I don't need to see
Yeah.
them. I can be surprised.
Okay.
Yeah. I saved Sammy and Roman for a different thing. Yeah,
Okay.
but you know the Texas death match was
Yep.
oh,
Best male wrestler in WWE last year.
absolutely Gunther. Like none other. This isn't even
Mm.
close. Gunther was close to being my favorite wrestler of the year with Will Ospreay. That like Gunther was a close second. But that man did the impossible in making the IC championship matter. He is the longest reigning intercontinental champion right now, and I'm incredibly proud. And like I feel like he's giving all these people the matches of their career currently. So everything that he has been doing, every match that he has defended that championship has been a slapper, and that is pun intended.
Oh man.
Who's yours?
Gunther. Gunther. I had Cody Rhodes number 2, but I was like, there's just no way I can go against what Gunther's done this year. No reason to ask for best female wrestler in WWE since we have the same one. Best male wrestler in NXT. I have Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes, absolutely. I'm so looking forward to him doing amazing things on the main roster.
Mhm.
I still have no idea if they're going with NXT Europe or not.
Yeah, I don't really think they even know, to be honest with you, the way it's
I
going.
like I know ever since like the Endeavor thing happened, like I have no idea if they even plan on doing that. But yeah, hopefully Carmelo Hayes gets called up to the main roster. Hopefully Tyler Bate gets called up to the main roster. But the thing is, they haven't given Tyler Bate actually any kind of personality on NXT.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of pissed off about that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do something on the main roster with Pete Dunne and
Yeah.
give Pete Dunne his name back.
Yeah.
You
For
you
sure.
can be a part of British strong style with Butch. Like
Butch. Yeah. Best female wrestler in NXT. I have Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany Stratton. It's not even close this in this category as well, because she has grown so much and everything that she's done in NXT, and I'm so ridiculously proud of her. And for me, one of the best moments ever is when Becky Lynch pinned her in that match and Tiffany Stratton whispered to her, I love you so much. Like that is such a wholesome thing.
Yeah, for sure. Best male wrestler in either Impact, New Japan, or the Indies. This we don't need to go over because we both said Will Ospreay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Best.
But Mike Bailey's also there. I mean,
Yep.
like, dudes.
Yeah.
I wish I could say Mustafa Ali, but like, we can say that about him next year.
Yeah, probably. Best female wrestler in Impact, New Japan, or pretty much any promotion. I have Saray from Stardom.
I really want to say Marsha Slamovich because because why not? But Jordan Grace, I'm gonna say Jordan Grace, but because like she's been an immense inspiration for me throughout this year, and she's um accomplished a lot of goals of hers this year. So I just want her to.
And I misspoke. She's not in Stardom. She's basically in her own. She's been doing independence as far as Saray goes. She's been doing she did all Japan match. She's done.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So I just misspoke before I realized.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Jordan Grace. I feel like I said Jordan Grace the previous year.
Yeah. Leo Rush.
Hmm.
I'm glad he's coming back soon.
Yeah.
So we go on. Got a couple more to do here. Best manager in wrestling.
I'm always gonna say Paul Heyman here.
Same here.
Absolutely, all the time. Like Paul Heyman is actually a dream interview for me for Shawn. I really want Shawn to sit down with Paul Heyman and not a kayfabe interview, like a real interview, like hours,
Yeah.
hours.
Yep. No, I agree. Best storyline in wrestling. It's dying, but the Bloodline was my
Yeah.
favorite of 2023.
So this is really weird because yeah, how can we forget about Prince Nana?
Yeah.
So at the first half of the year, it was obviously gonna be the Bloodline, right?
Yeah.
But then everything with Cody happened, and Cody not winning that match was such a big bummer for me, and I still cannot believe that it happened. But then we have, everything with the devil, and with CM Punk also
Yeah.
in AEW and now in WWE. So it's kind of, I'm gonna say the Bloodline, and but they're on thin ice. That's
It's going down. They got to do something. I mean, I love Roman Reigns, but he needs to be on TV more. I mean, I miss the guy. I guess I don't know. But best announcer in wrestling. Usually, I would say Excalibur, but I have been very impressed with Michael Cole this year, so I'm giving it to Michael Cole in my case.
do you mean announcer, like
Yeah.
commentary,
Yeah.
or ring announcer?
No, sorry, I meant like on TV commentary, not ring announcer. Like,
Oh, Nigel McGuinness. That guy's gold.
okay, yeah. I love him, but
I just think, like, listen, I understand what you're saying, and when it comes to professionalism, I don't know what that is. So no. So I'm just gonna say the Judgment Day story is also right up there. So I'm just gonna say Nigel McGuinness because the guy makes me laugh immensely. So, like, how can you not?
I don't like that answer, but it is what it is. I'm kidding. It's my bit. Taz.
Taz and Excalibur are probably two. Like, I
Oh, they're
adore
the
Taz
best
in
duo.
commentary. Yeah, they're the best duo. I've always mentioned on the show just how much I adore um Taz because he provides insight on moves that I would never, guess
Oh.
to give importance to. So I appreciate that. When it comes to professionalism, Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman are always amazing when it comes to Ring of Honor. Like
Mhm.
they're the best, and that's full stop. Okay. What I'm saying by telling that Nigel McGuinness is my favorite one is because I just want my commentators to make me laugh. Okay, like there's a certain point when I want professionalism on my commentary, and there's a certain point when I just want to laugh a lot, and that is one of those times. And I adore Kevin Owens on commentary. He should be more like the guy was on commentary for SmackDown, for an episode of SmackDown.
Mhm.
And that was the sole reason why I tuned into SmackDown, because I wanted to see Kevin Owens on commentary. And right before the women's match, Theory attacked him on commentary. And I was like, really? Right before the women's match? And Kevin Owens sells the crap out of women's matches.
Mhm.
And I've always adored that about him. So, yes, Kevin Owens also. Like, it
Awesome.
brings me back to the times where Samoa Joe was a part of commentary.
Yeah.
And yeah. Basically, we have a wonderful commentary in wrestling. That's
We do.
what I'm about to say. Like, we have something for every taste.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Mhm.
even Impact is kicking ass with their announcers.
Oh, absolutely.
So I was going to say with Tom Phillips is what he's always going to be known to as me, but
Yeah.
um, Best moment in wrestling. I wanted to put like the international like shows, but I'm gonna go with Backlash and the Puerto Rico crowd.
Oh
There was
my
just
god, that was
there was
so
just
good.
something that turned like for me with wrestling, just the way they were just so into it, and I think that was like the best moment that I
Was
saw.
this year?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah, right after WrestleMania. Um yeah, so I'm gonna that's I wanted to say international shows like as a whole
yeah, that's fine
because
too.
that's because like I was at All In,
Yeah,
and the the energy and the emotion that you can get from people outside of the states, it's just as important as the feedback that you get from the states, because like going out of your bubble it's how you know if you've made it or not.
yeah,
WWE have always known that they're big at any place of the world,
hmm
but them, having big pay-per-views, and not only house shows, big pay-per-views in in the UK, in Puerto Rico, and they're gonna have, next year they're gonna have Australia, they're gonna have France, they're
Rot.
they're gonna France, they're gonna have Germany, and I'm so hyped up for that.
Yeah,
It was about time for them to do that, and kudos.
yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite things in wrestling.
All right, so international shows. I think we're both going
Mhm.
with.
Yeah,
Biggest moment in wrestling. I had WWE merging with UFC and becoming TKO. That was the biggest moment, I
yeah.
thought.
I have CM Punk coming back to WWE. Like
Yep.
that's a big thing for me, and like it's a different thing that CM Punk going back to wrestling in general in AEW in 2021. Yeah,
hmm
2021. It's a different thing to go back to WWE because that is in itself such a big thing, because it has controversy, and it has love, it has passion, it has again a lot of controversy in it, but like it's a big thing not to pay attention to. uh you wouldn't know it because he's not on the show, like yeah, like he was on a house show in Madison Square Garden,
Yeah.
but I get it.
So Bonker says Trinity to Impact Wrestling.
That was
Um,
also a big thing.
so this is where like I have CM Punk returning to WWE. That was what was the most shocking moment. So that was my most shocking moment for me.
Well, for me, it was Cody not winning at WrestleMania. I was shocked.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I was freaking shocked because I was so sure. I was really so sure.
So I've said this on the show multiple times. Like there's a term called underrated, and I don't like that. I don't like using that. However, sometimes it's needed. So my question is, your criminally unrated performer of the year? Mine was Mike Bailey.
Chad Gable for me.
Okay, good.
Even though like he's been on television almost every Raw,
Yeah.
dude still is underrated.
He's the only person I thought was actually going to beat Gunther. Like out of all of these matches.
I still feel like he's gonna be the one. And the only person I was so sure before that was Sheamus.
Yeah.
And I still kind of want him to be that person, but like
You'd be okay with Gable or Drew McIntyre
I'll
or
be
Sheamus
absolutely
rather.
I'll be okay with Sheamus, and it's the one for me.
Okay.
It's the one for me. But he's been, out of sight, out of mind, with the
The
injury
injury.
that he's been
Yeah.
dealing with. And I know that's a gross thing for me to say, but like Chad Gable's there, and he's ridiculously over with the crowd.
Mhm.
So I feel like he deserves that
Thank
also.
you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Criminally unrated match of the year. I have Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. They deserved that night one main event, but they had to step down because the bloodline with the tag team championships were picking up steam a lot, and I'm not gonna say that it was the right thing to do, but at the same time, it wasn't. Like
Yeah.
there's no right way to say that. But yes, there was. It was. We didn't talk about female match of the year.
Yeah, I asked.
You didn't.
Oh, I didn't? Okay. Well, I must have missed those. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Mercedes Monet and Kairi Sane for me.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be for my Impact one, or New Japan or wherever match. What about for AEW? What was your favorite women's match?
Oh, come on, that's a tough question to ask. What was yours?
Um. Let me. God. I don't really know.
Like, I know that we have probably Hikaru Shida and Tony Storm. That was probably a wonderful match. But like, I don't like women's matches don't stay like they.
Yeah, with AEW, it's hard to
It's
remember.
hard with AEW because like it's not a. And that's not on the women, by the way.
No,
Just
it's on
just
Tony Khan
just
and
so
company.
you know, just so you know.
I mean, that's
It's
the truth.
it's probably Hikaru Shida and Tony Storm, or Hikaru Shida and Jamie Hayter.
When was Sheeta and Deeb? When was that match? I can't remember.
All the matches between Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida.
Yeah, I mean
I feel like they were last year because it was so long ago.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Like that's a tough question to ask, and I feel like it's a pretty loaded question because it's AEW in the women's division, and it's always a sore subject for me. That's what I'm about to say.
Okay, so since I have to pick something, I'm gonna just go with. Man, there was somebody that Jamie Hayter wrestled that I really liked. Oh, her match against Emi Sakura at Rampage. Jamie Hayter and Emi had a hell of a match.
Yeah, that they did, but putting it on Rampage just goes to show you.
Yeah. Oh, somebody wants in. Best overall WWE pay-per-view this year. I have WrestleMania 39. While you answer that, I'll be right back.
Absolutely, WrestleMania 39 for me as well. It was an amazing show. Even though that main event kind of it was such a bummer for me, but and that's coming from person who's not the biggest Cody Rhodes fan. Show us the dog. You have to show us the dog.
Come here, Faith. Faith. Oh. There you go, baby. This is Faith. This is my brother's dog. I'm watching his place. Yeah. Hey.
The sweetest.
Nope. Give me that. There we go.
Such a sweetheart. Yeah, so I was saying, yes, so WrestleMania 39, even though Cody Rhodes lost, and that he's so sweet. And I wasn't, like rooting crazy for Cody Rhodes to win. Like I didn't not like that main event because Cody lost. I was just so sure that this was the way they were going. And yeah, even though this happened, WrestleMania 39 was a hell of a show.
Yeah. That was a good match too. Forgot about that. All right.
This was actually a really good match, yeah.
Yeah. Best overall AEW pay-per-view. I have Forbidden Door 2.
Yeah, I understand all you people with your Forbidden Doors, but I'm gonna say All In because I was there.
There you go. Hey, that's what matters. It's That's why it's your favorite. Like, that's why this is different. But Maggie, it's time to plug your shit.
Guys, you can follow me on Twix at Maggie
Sorry, one thing. I just noticed we have a humper chat. This humper chat is for Maggie's sanity. You guys have got me through a lot of Wardlow needs to visit Bulgaria. We got him through a lot. He said, Matt,
thank you.
We're so thankful
much.
for him.
Thank you so much. Wardlow does need to visit Bulgaria. There are a lot of places that are far away from the public. if you get what I'm saying. Yes. So, guys, you can follow me on Twix at Maggie_IK and on Instagram .IK. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who supported this year. Thank you so much to all the people who are keeping me sane. Thank you, Corey. Thank you for all the poems that are keeping me sane this week. Thank you, Chris, for all the adorable videos that you're sending me to, keep my mind occupied. Thank you, Soupy, for all the videos that you're making us. Like, they mean so much. You have no idea. Thank you, Rob, so much for this show, because it's been keeping me sane. Like, if I only had my job, I would have jumped from my balcony. It's on the second floor. That's fine.
Maggie, the thing is, I can just say one thing.
Sacrifice! 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 Sacrifice!
I take my words back.
Guys, you can follow me at Rob Wilkins.
Your shit.
Yeah, you can follow me at Rob Wilkins on X. Otherwise, I am on Instagram and Threads at FightfulRob. And like Maggie said, I want to say thank you to everyone that has been part of our show, whether you've left us a super chat, whether you haven't at all. If you watch the show, we want to say thank you to you.
Please like the video, leave a comment after the show. It means a lot. It helps with the algorithm a lot, because the algorithm sucks so much. Yeah. Please subscribe to Fightful Overbooked. We're aiming towards 15K for the rest of the year. Please help us out a lot. It will mean a lot to Joel Gacy.
Yeah, Joe Gacy. Yep, Joel Gacy, his brother. Guys, want to say thank you again. We will see you next week. We will talk about AEW Worlds End. We will talk about Day 1. We will talk about New Year's Revolution. We'll talk about New Year's Evil.
WrestleKingdom.
It's going to be a big show, loaded. So it's going to be
loaded. That's what I wanted us to talk about, these things this week, because next week we're going to have new.
I like how you think ahead and I don't, so that's a good thing.
Even when, I'm not sane at all.
Yeah. Oh, also, like, there will be some locations tomorrow where you can watch AEW at, or AEW World's End. You can actually watch it at this place.
Yeah, David Buster's, damn it.
I love it. Yeah, did you know that? Like, they'll have it? You don't care. Okay.
You started really seriously, and then I was like, what? He's saying something that we haven't discussed, and then you do that.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Have a really wonderful celebration of the new year. You suck if you're not working. So I hope you all sleep for me, okay? I don't know what year we're entering. I don't know what's happening. I don't know where my shoes are at all. Like, what is sleep even?
All right, there we go. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you next week. Peace out.